I'm Sparky, owner of M2D Camo Properties out of Idaho, Washington, Oregon, and Colorado. This week we're in Idaho outside of Salmon, where Helgie from The Edge is coming down to hunt with me for archery elk. I'm looking forward to Helgie getting here this afternoon. Great friend, great hunter, great guy, and we have a great time. I'm Sparky with M2D Camo Properties. Stay tuned. Helgie will be here shortly.
Live on the edge, 'cause brother, win or lose, it's all in what you do with the chance you're given. Yeah, through the wind and rain, you feel your heart pounding. You got one shot, what you got? Tell me what's it gonna be? You gotta make the most of this opportunity. If others fail, make sure you succeed. On the edge.
The Edge is brought to you by Browning, Vortex, Cabela's, Hornady, Jimbo's and Black Gold, Stealth Cam, Walker's Game Ear, Outdoor Edge, High Mountain Seasonings, Plano, Tenzing, Gold Tip Arrows, Driving Force, Prime Bows, G5 Broadheads, Grizz Targets, Hawk Tree Stands, Rifle Caddy, and Tree Stand Buddy.
Now, Helgie came down last year, and boy, did we have a great time. He was able to get on a lot of elk, made a lot of close calls, a lot of great stalks, and we had a giant 5x5 that he pursued most of the week. Unfortunately, he couldn't get it done. You don't hunt elk in their bedding areas. You hunt them smart. Let elk make the mistakes. You don't make mistakes, and you'll be a lot more successful on elk.
You know, when you drive down, you bring way too much stuff. If I flew, then I wouldn't have all this. It'll do. Sent away. This is like everybody needs spare binoculars. Oh, you're gearing up for the first hunt of the year. It always seems like you're forgetting something. Oh my God. I think we drove for 21 hours yesterday, didn't we? Stupid border crossing guards. You got my coffee, woman? Let's go.
Anybody see my keys? Yeah, any keys on the ground there? They might have fallen. That's why I was outside looking.
Holy smokes. That's why you work with professionals.
I'm not a professional, but I get elk killed. So you can hire the best, or you can have a good time. It's your choice. So I always say go with the good time. That's just me.
We got a couple days to explore before we start hunting, so we can go wherever, check it out.
Well, the rut's fully on. I mean, they're bugling, they're talking, they're coming to calls. So,
Right.
My method is I drive around and find them, and I don't chase anything if I don't know it's there. So, I don't do the Primos hike. I do the Sparky kill.
No. Is that going to be our motto for the week?
I met Helgie about 10, 12 years ago when I was still with the fire department. I had just picked up this lease in Idaho. I've been outfitting for about 10 years, and I was a fireman for 20 years, retired. Got into M2D Camo, got into living the dream. I've had a TV show of myself for about 10 years, and Helgie and I have just hit off. Super great guy, a blast to hunt with, and I'm really looking forward to this week and having him back down. Last year we had a lot of close calls. Helgie was on elk every day, seeing elk every morning, every night. He could just not seal the deal. The problem with archery elk hunting is you have to be 40, 50 yards from an elk, and you have cows everywhere. So you've got a big bull you're trying to kill, and he's got 20 to 30 cows, and their eyes are like this. They're looking at you every direction, and they're smelling you. If you know Helgie, I'm just saying the guy could shower a little more. elk hunting is not easy with the bow. That's why it's one of the most sought after animals, and the average person takes 8 years to kill an elk. Once every 8 years, an archery elk hunter kills a bull. That's the statistics. I don't make it up. Helgie hunted 7 days last year with me. We had a blast. I hunted 2 hours last year and killed my bull with my bow. I'm fortunate. I got some great areas and I got lucky. Helgie, I hope this is your year, buddy. I love having him out on the ranch, and hopefully this year he can get it done.
This segment brought to you by Stealth Camp.
Well, it is first morning. It is pitch dark outside. We're gonna go out and do some scouting. You know, when you guys got in? Just before dark last night.
Yeah, we came in just before dark. It was perfect because we got to show Brian a little bit of the valley, and he got to see where we're going to be hunting, and totally excited. Can't wait to get out there.
Well, we're down here in Idaho, and I mean, this is the first time that we've hunted together on camera. You and I have known each other for what, like about 10 years or something?
Yeah, there was one failed attempt where I was a cameraman, but I don't think we've hunted on camera together before.
No, I think you're better in front of the camera than behind it, that's for sure. Well, anyway, Jared and I have known each other for a long, long time, and now Jared's working on rawhide, and I'm working on the edge, and so, but we were able to combine this hunt together with Sparky down at M2D Properties. This is my second trip down here, and you know, I didn't get an elk last year, but the first thing I did was give you a call and say, hey man, you're coming down, you gotta come back down with me next year, and this is your first elk trip here. What do you think of it?
Amazing. I can't believe the quality and the quantity of bulls we're seeing, and from you and Sparky saying this is not what you're used to seeing, you're used to seeing way more.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind. It's been amazing so far.
Yeah, my name's Brian Dickin. I'm actually a pediatric surgeon working up in Edmonton. Jared Zakuski, or Zook as I know him, we go back quite a way. We actually played hockey together in Lethbridge. It's great to be out here. You know, whether you get an animal or not, you cannot underestimate what this does for your mind and your body. It's pretty incredible.
Oh, out on the green, there's a bunch, yeah. Yep. There's a bull coming across that yellow. There's another one, okay. As per usual, hurry up. Go about 1.5 miles and loop around in front of the elk. Let's get to these trees. Yeah. They're gonna go through that fence and go to the left. They're gonna go that way. Either that or call them right now. Let's go get into position, you and I, and then I'll make the call when he gets there. Yeah, we're going to this pine tree right here, come on. The wind's switching. Well, the first morning was exciting, eh? Right away, we hadn't parked the truck for 2 minutes, and all of a sudden we hear a bugle down here, and we're like, all right, game on. And we saw 2 bulls, and you tried calling them in, and they were coming, but I got a little too low, and the wind kind of turned on us. Yeah, I mean, we were probably 200 yards from them bulls right away here.
I don't think we saw all the bulls.
No.
7+ bulls to hunt. I'm game.
Yeah, well, let's go fuel up.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
Needless to say, it was an exciting morning.
Yeah.
We went up the mountain chasing them after we started on Kill Hill, and we were into the elk pretty much all morning.
That was our excitement. And when we got back out to the truck, Sparky says, hey, come over to the cabin. We're like, oh, we're gonna go back to our house and, make breakfast. He's like, no, come to the cabin and make breakfast for me. So I'm like, okay. So we go over there, and what do we find?
Sparky looked like he went 10 rounds with Rocky Balboa out of one of the movies. He was lumped up. He got attacked by wasps. He had a hunter out with him, and between the two of them, the hunter got 19 stings, and Sparky got 15 stings, and the lumps and the swelling, it was horrendous.
Tell everybody what happened.
Well, we were 5 yards from a big bull, and we were on him in the willows, and the bull turned and smacked a hornet's nest or wasp nest off the tree, and wham! It was like a plume of smoke, but the smoke was bees.
Oh my gosh.
And it was run.
Run. Oh my.
I couldn't help but laugh. I felt so sorry for him, but he looked like the elephant man.
The worst part about it was, too, is they were 5 yards from a bull. The bull was on the other side of the willows, and I think the bull said, "Take this, boys," and knocked the hornet's nest onto the ground. And it just started swarming and stinging them all over the place. And they ran out of there. Sparky said he was throwing his decoys, his calls, everything. I said, well, did you go back and get him? He said, yeah, an hour later.
So you know what we're not doing this week? Going back in the willows.
No kidding. Yeah, if anything can go wrong when you're elk hunting, it will.
The Edge is brought to you by Rifle Caddy.
Smooth and steady. Hold.
Figured the whole time.
When you're practicing and when you're shooting at animals with a bow, you have to watch the arrow pass through whatever you're aiming at. If you drop your bow to see where you hit, I guarantee you'll miss low. And all those archers out there that every time say, I'm great out to 50 yards, I'm great out to 50 yards, I don't know how I missed that buck at 15, it's because you dropped your bow to see if you hit it. Watch the arrow go through your target before you move your bow, follow through, and you'll kill that animal.
Here we are. We're getting ready to go this morning.
Everybody needs coffee in the morning. It's the secret to a good hunt.
Rain. Oh well. Like they say, you can't kill them from bed. But I'm gonna have another look.
So there's a big bull out here. We gotta get him on this side of the highway, so we're just calling like donkeys right now to see if we can get him to come this way. As you can see, it's snowing and cold and miserable. This is the only elk we saw this morning. But he's out of our unit, so we'll go back and spot where we were looking before. It's too snowy, too foggy, and can't see anything. And if I was an elk, I wouldn't be moving in this either. So let's head back and get some breakfast. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Okay, we're in elk camp up in Idaho, and it's snowing like a bugger outside. So we're gonna take a break and make some breakfast, and I specifically asked for them to stop at the store and buy us some sausages, but obviously we didn't get sausage. So we're improvising. We have sandwich meat all diced up. We've cut up some onion and we've cut up some tomato, and we're gonna take the fajita seasoning and we're gonna make like fajita eggs. We have to improvise because somebody forgot the sausages, but thank goodness we brought our seasoning. You know, we've climbed up a good 500-600 feet here, but we wouldn't have made it if we didn't have a four-wheel drive truck from Driving Force. Thank goodness we brought that. That's the only thing getting us out of here, too. All right, let's go see what we can find. Well, it's been snowing all afternoon, or all day, and there's probably like 6 inches of snow here, but there's a trail. They were up and moving during this snow. I mean, there's elk tracks here, there. I mean, pretty good bunch of elk there. They head back up into that one steep ridge over there. So I think what we'll do is we'll kind of side along this trail until it really starts to turn up. And maybe we'll wait there and see if we can catch them coming down, because they're probably going to use this trail on the way down. Okay, come here. Yeah. Okay, wait. Okay, and they're gonna head up right to the gate. Yeah. Go down as far down as you can. Get going. Okay. Get going. To the gate? They're gonna cross at the gate. Yeah. Okay. told those guys not to come up, to stay down there. Them elk were right here. They were 70 yards away coming across. And they were going there, and all of a sudden something spooked them 2 cows, and they turned and they went and they run. And the other one stopped. And I tried a shot at 90 and I shot low. I guessed it for 90. Son of a... Oh.
This segment brought to you by Jim Bow's Archery and Black Gold.
We're getting down to the end of the hunt. We're kind of mixing it up. We haven't been successful yet on Kill Hill, but I'm pretty stubborn. I'm back here. It's windy as heck this morning. We're gonna switch things up and sit in a different spot this morning and see what happens. The other guys are gonna drive around, try and spot elk in the willows and make plays on them, but I'm not giving up here. There's really big bulls here at Kill Hill, and we're just gonna go and see what we can do here this morning. Wow, it's windy. In the sage. They're just on the edge of the sage. The vehicle come driving out from the back, spooked the elk. Now they're way out in the middle of the sage. Wait, is that you on the road, the white truck? There's white truck coming in. Could we possibly get screwed more often than anything?
I gotta go. I got family obligations, but I'm gonna leave them with the big bull and hopefully they can get it done.
We're on our own. Maybe our luck will change finally. It's been a good trip. I hope we're calling you in a few minutes to let you know we got them.
Text me in about an hour and a half when I'm already on the road, so I don't have to come help you. What do you think of that?
Right on. Thanks,
All
buddy.
right. Good luck.
We'll see you later. Okay, well, Sparky had spotted this bull, and he had to leave, but he dropped off over there and left, and so we're now driving up and around. We can see the bull down in the creek bottom there, but we got a bad wind kind of quartering towards him, and just trying to figure out where do we park so we can keep the wind in our favor. Oh my God, they are up moving. We'll walk down there. I don't know what got them up and moving. It sure wasn't us. Maybe them cows, I don't know. Well, we got up and around them and had the wind in our favor, and Zook hopped across this little drainage here and sat down in the willows to have a look, and he said back there, all of a sudden, a couple cows stood up, and then the rest of them stood up, and they're all looking away from us, and then they turned and slowly walked away. Something upwind of them spooked them and moved them off down further here, and what they did is they crossed a fence into a chunk of land that we can't go hunting, so we're just gonna have to watch them and figure out where they go and maybe intersect them tonight when they come off. Well, this might be our last night in Idaho. Sparky's gone home, and Zook and Brian are off on another property hunting, and we're gonna go back into this willow bottom that we were messing around with here earlier today and see there's a bull in there, 6 cows, and I think there's another 1 or 2 bulls further down. The wind has completely switched directions. It's completely changed our plans. Now we're gonna have to walk way down and around and come in, and we don't really know where they're at. So we're kind of hoping for a little luck tonight. So I think this might be the last kick at it. Oh man. We've been working our way through these willows all night. And we were guessing where they were at, and we didn't know. I'm like, that's it, it's done. I could hardly any light left. I let out a bugle. There's nothing. I called out a cow moose. And I thought, let's walk over to these willows. And we start walking, and there's a cow elk coming towards us. I hit him on that second shot, didn't I? And we were, look at this, we were in the middle of nothing. We were hunkered down behind a 20-inch bush. It's supposed to rain all night. Son of a gun. He acted like he was hit. There's no, look at it, hit something hard. There's no blood, no nothing. What did I hit? Well, it's been an interesting night. Brian was going home tomorrow, and but he said no matter what, he was going to take an elk tonight, and sure enough, he did. He got himself a calf. I guess they had a big 320 bull at I think he said 100 yards, and but it got spooked or something. The other guy chased it off. I'm not sure, but he ended up shooting a calf. It sounded like they put the decoy in front of him and walked right up to it. So that's pretty cool. And so they're gutting that out right now. Looks like I'm on pizza duty, and probably they get a victory drink, and I get a consolation drink tonight.
The Edge is brought to you by Browning, Vortex, Cabela's, Hornady, Jimbo's and Black Gold, Stealth Cam, Walker's Game Ear, Outdoor Edge, High Mountain Seasonings, Plano, Tenzing, Gold Tip Arrows, Driving Force, Prime Bows, G5 Broadheads, Grizz Targets, Hawk Tree Stands, Rifle Caddy, and Tree Stand Buddy.
Live on the edge.
So you're looking good.
Always looking.
Yeah. Oh my.
Forrest Gump. Run, dummy, run!
How's your hunter? Is he all covered in white paste too?
Yeah, he's laying in bed. He's got multiple of these things. About 15. Okay. So, you know, we're not doing this week, going back in the wilderness.
No kidding. Yeah, if anything can go wrong when you're elk hunting, it will. Oh my God.